the second zombies map, and probably one of the most important for the mode as a whole. Verruckt keeps up the trend from Noct, having a horror vibe that was probably done the best here compared to any future maps. Also, with several important innovations that would help define the mode, there's no denying it was one of the most important zombies maps of all time. Even today, Verruckt is one of the most important maps for high rounds, as it is definitely one of the most difficult. However, this map, while innovative, does have its issues, and that's what I hope to tackle today. Hey guys, I'm Tuxedo, and last week we covered Noct, and I had a lot of fun making that video, so today I'm bringing you the Verruckt analysis. And if you enjoyed this video, why not go check out my previous one on Noct. Also, this series is heavily inspired by the Smith Play series, Zombies Retrospective, so all credit goes to him. Anyways, let's get into Verruckt. So in the last episode I talked about how great Noct's atmosphere is, and Verruckt is no different. Verruckt's atmosphere might be one of the most horror-driven in the franchise. Even future installments like World War II that would try to recreate it just couldn't do it in the way this 2008 game did. From the blood everywhere, to the screams you hear, to being separated from your friends when you spawn, this map knows how to make you feel uneasy. While Noct scared an entire generation, Verruckt made them never want to load up zombies solo again. This map's atmosphere really worked. Being in an insane asylum, just thinking about all the horrible things that happened here as you make your way through it, maybe flushing a toilet or two. And turning on the power. Verruckt introduced so many important features to the mode, that being power. Also, by the way, this room gives me a seizure every time I go in it, and I hate it for that reason. It's fixed in the remakes, but in World at War, I feel like I'm gonna go blind. Perks, traps, multiple box locations, interactable items, the PPSH, characters with voice lines, and, most importantly, bouncing betties. The most important feature added here has to be the perks. Perks may be the most iconic and integral part of zombies as a mode. Even back in World at War, the perks had personality. Jug, Double Tap, Speed Cola, and Quick Revive. The 4 iconic OG perks. Really made zombies as a game mode take off and show the passion put into this side mode, as well as its potential. While Noct you feel underpowered, spinning the box relentlessly with no real sense of progression, and Verruckt you can get these perks that are much needed upgrades. Being only 2 hits is almost impossible to survive, especially because of the ray gun, which is why Jug is so important. Since LMGs are the best way to survive, Speed Cola and Double Tap making using LMGs 10 times better. And then there's Quick Revive, which is useless on solo, but is a nice boost on co-op. Without perks, zombies would not be what it is today. Verruckt adds a lot more to the game compared to Noct. There is one issue I have with it. Verruckt is a nightmare to play on solo. And listen, I know, skill issue, but this doesn't change the fact that this map was not designed for solo. The strategy on this map is camping, which is almost impossible past round 15. You could always try in the training room with the double barrel wall buy, but with limited space and the notoriously known Verruckt sprinters, unless you're a great zombies player, you will never hit round 30 alone. An average zombies player cannot reasonably achieve high rounds because of how glitchy World at War is, and the close quarters of the map. However, I actually like this challenge. When reviewing Noct, I said how fun it is to go for higher rounds with new strategies and new weapons. Verruckt only amplifies this feeling of accomplishing something, making achieving high rounds rewarding. Compared to modern zombies, when you spawn in with loadouts and basically can't die until the 20s, maybe 30s, Verruckt survival is challenging and it works. To this day, Verruckt is one of the most challenging survival maps that really tests the player's skill. Go-Up, on the other hand, while still challenging, is much more manageable and honestly more fun. There's something amazing about being separated from your friends at the start, even though you can see each other, and then progressing alone until you can finally reunite with them at the power. Also, getting in a public match of Verruckt and seeing kids go down on the other side of the door is still funny. So, just like I did for Noct, we will be looking at the remasters, starting with Black Ops 1. I would say there isn't really much to say. Out of all the World at War remakes, Verruckt feels the most similar in Black Ops 1. It stays consistent, bringing back World at War guns, and the atmosphere still stays the same, and honestly, I wouldn't have much to say about this remake. But what is this? No, I'm serious. What is this? Why did they put the Winter's Howl on this map? We get the Thunder Gun on Noct, and the Waff on Shinonuma and Darius, so why do we get the worst wonder weapon of all time on this map? I will never understand this. Black Ops 1's gameplay does make this map more enjoyable, and honestly, I can go for either one. However, Black Ops 1 is much easier since there's no Verruckt sprinters, Jug actually working properly, and solo Quick Revive. Overall, I would say Verruckt's Black Ops 1 is better than the original, simply because the map is more polished. Not true for all World at War maps, but definitely it is here. Black Ops 3's Verruckt suffers from the same issues as Noct, that being they destroy the map's atmosphere completely because of the BO3's art style. It's impossible to have any fear when you're in a bright environment and have gobblegums and a Wonder Fizz. I think Black Ops 3's Verruckt is the worst of the three and probably one of the least played Chronicles maps, well, except for one. So now into the rating. If you were here last time, we discussed my rating system that I use called iPlacers, and yes, I added an L. iPlacer stands for Innovation, Progression, Layout, which I just added, being map layouts and map design, atmosphere, content, Easter eggs, replayability, and survival. I'll always throw my rubric on the screen so you guys can see how I'm rating these maps. For innovation, I gave Verruckt a 4. I mean, it introduced so many important features to the mode, like I said before, power, perks, and traps probably being the most important. Progression is a 3. It's pretty average progression and is basic overall. Layout gets a 2. While the design is cool, the layout isn't great and is very basic. Atmosphere gets a 4. The horror aspect alone makes you feel like you're in an asylum fighting for your life. Content gets a 1. Don't get me wrong, I don't think the content is bad in this map, but there's just very little of it. Easter eggs is a 1. While there are little things like the song Easter egg, I just don't think you can put it any higher. Replayability is a 2. I honestly think Verruckt is less replayable than Noct on solo, however co-op it could be a lot better. And survival, I give it a 3. A decent survival map overall. Before I get into my rating, I just want to say, I know this one is a little bit shorter, but honestly, I just don't have much to say about Verruckt. It was great for its time, and even today can be a solid zombies experience. I had fun playing Verruckt this week, and I look forward to Shi no Numa next week. So, my overall rating for Verruckt, with a total of 20 points, above Nocturne Toten, Verruckt is a C tier. Average.